Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Memphis Conservative Channel. If you have subscribed already, subscribe and hit that like button and share this video and comment down below. So shout out to Breitbart for this one. I think this right here is very interesting. This came out yesterday, day before yesterday. Um, it's a list of 19 Republicans now backing Maria Salazar's amnesty for illegal aliens. So they came up with a bill for this, but don't want to pass the Save Act. Don't want to come together to pass the Save Act, but y'all, but a lot of them want to come together to support this other bill. It's called the Dignity Act, and what it does is it's giving amnesty for a lot of the rest of these illegal aliens that's still here. And it was like millions of them here. Trump has been getting a lot of them up out of here since he didn't, took office. But think about it, how many, it's millions of these people that's here. Whether they're violent or non-violent, they're still here illegally. And by the borders being open those entire 4 years up under the Biden administration, millions of people are here. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this. Um, Headline of it: more than a dozen House Republicans have now thrown their support behind Representative Maria Salazar's Dignity Act, which would give amnesty to most of the nation's 11 to 22 million illegal aliens while expanding legal immigration levels by funneling more foreign workers into American jobs. So, like I told you about me, I can call out both sides. Even though I support this side, but I can still call out where they're going wrong at or what they're doing wrong or versus some people, they support this side, but don't call out the BS over here on this side. It's just everything is, good, and everything on this side that they're against. Everything they do is bad, and stuff like that. Me, I like to be down, like down the middle. Even though I support this side, I still call out this side. I support Trump. Yeah. There's a couple things here and there that that Trump had said or did or something like that I was like, okay, hey, I support you, man, but hey, I don't agree with that now. And that's okay. To me, that's okay, for anybody to do that. It's America. I mean, we got a right to agree and disagree. You know, I mean, you might like Brussels sprouts. I don't like Brussels sprouts. I mean, you might like bananas. I don't like bananas. Only when I'm eating banana pudding. I eat banana pudding faster than I eat bananas. I mean, my point is, you got a right. We have a right to agree and disagree. So I'm calling out the party that I support over here, and I feel like this is wrong. And this will wake up anybody on whether whatever side that you're on. Okay, it says Salazar first introduced the amnesty scheme in 2022. Okay, so she been trying to do this. She tried to do this in 2022. Try to get ahead of ahead of the curve with it. Looks like it. Amidst the largest wave of illegal immigration in the United States in recorded history under President Joe Biden. See, you have a lot of snakes over there on in the Republican Party too as well. I call it wolves in sheep's clothing. The bill, at first glance, would offer amnesty to the roughly 10.5 million illegal aliens who lived in the United States prior to 2021, so long as they met some requirements, while more than doubling employment-based legal immigration and blowing up foreign student pipelines in the hopes of giving special corporate interests a continuous flow of foreign labor to hire. Okay. For years, the bill has continually failed to gain traction in Congress, but recently picked up support from 19 House Republicans and 20 House Democrats. Those Republicans who are now co-sponsors of the Dignity Act are Representative Michael Lawler, Dave G. Valadoyle, excuse me if I'm saying some of these names wrong, Dan Newhouse, Mike Kelly, Brian Fitzpatrick, Gabe Evans, Marlon Stutzman, Don Bacon, Young Kim, Mario Diaz Ballard, James Bayard, Lord Smucker, Kimberly King Hines, James Mullen, Monica De La Cruz, Nick LaLuda, Neil Dunn, Jennifer Keggins, Zachary Nunn. These Republicans joined the likes of Democrat representatives Henry Culler, Jim Costa, Tom Suzuki, Adriano Epliant. Like I said, excuse me, I'm saying some of these names wrong. Y'all see that I'm not going to salute. I say the first word, among others. Doing an interview on Fox News with Laura Ingraham, Lawler vigorously defended his support for the amnesty bill and struggled to answer how federal immigration officials would enforce certain provisions of the bill to prevent every illegal alien in the U.S. from securing the amnesty. Eric Dawson tweeted this, said, "Wow, Laura Ingraham calls out amnesty bill, Dignidad Act, co-sponsor Representative Mike Lawler to his face for trying to facilitate more illegal immigration. Lawler, you've got people living in the shadows." And Ingram said, "Stop using the glitches in the shadows. What shadows are you, in other words, what shadows are you talking about?" Okay, so we want to see this right here play. If it doesn't, I just keep reading it.
You got to stop using the cliches.
They're not legally here.
Right, this in the shadows
They're not legally
line,
here,
I've been
Laura.
dealing with this for 25 years. I don't know what shadows you're looking at, but they're not in the shadows. They're working in restaurants. Some are. Others are engaged in widespread fraud in California.
Yeah.
But this idea
and
that
that's why
they're
this
already
bill,
given amnesty, they're not already given amnesty. Why do you come on television and say that? The president has been trying to remove people from this country. The only reason they're not being removed is because we don't have strong Democrats and Republicans to support it.
No, Laura, criminal aliens 100% should be removed from this country, period. And the bill provides for that. I don't want anyone getting a waiver. I don't want anyone getting a free pass.
It's in the legislation.
If you have committed
a crime,
if you have committed a crime, yes, I have, Laura. If you have committed a crime, you should be removed from the country, period. Number two, what we are trying to do is say, if you have been in the country for more than 5 years, in other words, if you came here during Joe Biden's administration, you don't qualify.
How do you determine that?
You don't qualify under this legislation.
All of this sounds great.
It's very clear.
A simple question.
It's very clear. You have to be in the country before 2020. Yeah, you have to be in the country before 2020. So anybody who came,
please. Yep. All right. Please tell my audience, because they're very smart.
Yep.
How does an immigration officer determine millions and millions, determine continuous presence, and tell me the considerations they take into account to determine that?
Well, look, if they cannot prove that, if they cannot prove continuous presence, they wouldn't qualify for this. You have to be able to meet the qualifications.
I just asked you a question. How do you determine it?
You have to be able to meet the qualifications of the program, and that means the Department of Homeland Security is going to they are going to make the determination, as they always have.
Rules.
based on the current structure and guidelines that are in place. But the bottom line here, Laura, can I make a few points? Because this actually matters. Yeah. E-Verify is part of the bill. It does. Okay, so you actually... and it's part of the bill. And we want to verify that every single person who would be employed in this country is here legally. If you're not verified, you wouldn't be able to lawfully work, and we would hold those businesses accountable. The bottom line of the Dignity Act is very straightforward. You have to be in the country for more than 5 years. You cannot have committed a crime. You cannot collect government benefits.
Okay, that's false.
You have to pay a fine. You must pay back taxes. It's not false, Laura. You must pay back taxes. And you must be employed. Okay. Those are the terms. Those are the terms.
Congressman, you know how much I like you, but you can't come on this show and say to my audience that you can't have committed a crime to be eligible under the quote Dignity Act, because there are several crimes that are quote non-violent that do not qualify for inadmissibility, and on top of that, there are multiple instances, including family unity, public interest, and just discretion on the part of immigration officers. I can't imagine Democrat immigration officers under a Democrat president in the future was going to hold this strict, we're not going to let any criminals in. Gang member affiliation.
No, what they're going to do,
Laura,
what they're going to do, What the Democrats will do if they get complete control of Congress and the White House, they're going to end the filibuster, and they are going to pass a blanket amnesty bill. That's the fundamental challenge here. What we are trying to do is say, if you came under the Biden administration, you don't qualify. If you have committed a crime, you don't qualify. And here's the thing about legislation, Laura. You understand this better than most. Documented.
So she was calling out his lies, some of the stuff, a lot of stuff he was saying. Well, we already know if Democrats take back any kind of power, we already know what's going to happen and stuff after that. And they're going to do any and everything that they can to make sure that they don't ever lose their power again. That's when a lot of people is going to wake up, because a lot of stuff that they're going to end up putting in place for us laws and policies and stuff like that. Watch how mark my words, watch how everybody and their mama is going to be complaining about what they're doing. Even the ones that didn't like Trump, going against Trump, don't like Republicans are the party of the racists, and the Republicans don't like black people, all that kind of stuff. That's when a lot of people is going to really wake up. But guess what? During that time, it's going to be too late at that time. Then that's when a bunch of, I told you so and stuff like that. And, but that's what's going to happen, because up there in Virginia, they're trying to take away their guns up there. And that's Virginia. That's the United States. Last I checked, your Second Amendment rights is not supposed to get messed with anyway. It's just certain things that, that some of these governors and mayors in different states, just started doing or trying to do. I get tired of hearing this word gun control, because gun control only hurts people like me, law-abiding citizens that's allowed to carry firearms. It's like, you want to take away our guns, but guess what? The criminals, they don't go by your laws. That's why they're called criminals. They break the laws. They don't care about laws. And they mess around, and they were like, wait a minute, hold up. They done took all their guns. You know what that's going to look like to the criminals if they take our guns? Like those cartoons we used to watch when the cartoon person got the napkin up on his neck with a fork and a knife in his hand, like this right here, like it's dinner time. That's what that's going to be like to the criminals if they take our guns. But that's not going to be easy though. If it does try to come down to that. So move right along. The amnesty scheme in exchange for nationwide mandatory e-verify and requirements that a border wall be constructed and completed, which is already a federal law under the Secure Fence Act of 2006. Gives a path to citizenship for an estimated 2.5 million so-called dreamer illegal aliens. Those illegal aliens who are eligible and enrolled in former President Obama's executive amnesty. So he was already putting stuff in place back then. Looks like from what I'm reading. In addition, the bill freezes deportation for illegal aliens considered prima facie eligible and offers a 7-year renewable legal status to the roughly 10.5 million illegal aliens who have lived in the U.S. before 2021, so long as they have not committed certain crimes and pay taxes and fines. We know they don't pay. They want making them pay taxes and stuff anyway. All these years though anyway. But hey, that's another story. Illegal aliens can have committed multiple misdemeanors and still secure the amnesty. Wait a minute. Illegal aliens can have committed multiple misdemeanors. Misdemeanors, think about what misdemeanors could be. Misdemeanors can be anything. Misdemeanor can be somebody end up dying, but it can still be a misdemeanor. You know, I mean, it depends what kind of misdemeanor it is. And still secure the amnesty, which also waives into the program those who have already been deported from the U.S., but who meet the amnesty's requirements. Perhaps most consistently, the bill more than doubles the number of employment-based green cards that are awarded to foreign workers every year. A key provision for special corporate interests like the U.S. Chamber of Congress, a proponent of the bill who lobby annually for more foreign labor to keep wages stringent and low. It's like, how I put this? Why will I pay you what you worth $25 an hour and it's illegal? He'll do it for 15, or he or she'll do it for 15. So that's how a lot of companies roll, no matter what it is, no matter what kind of company it is or what product that they're pushing out or what the product that they're doing. It's all about cheap labor. That's what it is. The bill likewise allows all foreign students at American universities to remain in the U.S. with an American job after graduation, drastically increasing foreign labor competition against American graduates who fight for entry-level jobs. So y'all see what's going on here? And this kind of stuff ain't just started happening. This been going on for decades. It codifies the optional training program, OPT, which gives businesses a discount for hiring foreign college graduates over Americans. Jesus Christ. This been going on a long time. And I don't care what color you are, black, white, American, period. Don't matter what color you are. This right here is unfair, and this is a problem because this kind of stuff right here, this been going on. I don't know what's up with America. It's like America, y'all. It's like, well, people that's been in the government and stuff and running all these years. Y'all is like y'all would take care of other people from other countries over Americans before you take care of Americans. Like, for example, when all these people started coming over here, they was giving them hotel rooms, nice hotel rooms, free housing, Section 8 vouchers, all of this. Meanwhile, damn near 80% or so of our veterans are homeless on the street. We have homeless on the streets. They give it no free vouching and free housing to put them in a hotel and all of that. That's why Trump is always say America's first. You take care of your own people first. What I look like going to go put groceries in a neighbor house across the street, and we ain't got no and we don't have no groceries in my own house. What my own family got to eat. We ain't got no groceries, but I'm finna go to the grocery store. I'm finna put some groceries over there where they at. No, I'm gonna take care of my house first. And then I can help the neighbor. But this is a huge problem. I don't know why this story right here is not getting a lot of traction like it should. And I'll let you see those names again. Those are the names again right there. So y'all can come together and team up and work with Democrats all of a sudden to pass this kind of bill, this kind of act, but not the SAVE Act. That's still against all. SAVE Act should have been passed a long time ago, as soon as it came, as soon as it was, brought up. And this is her. Amnesty for these people. And I'm wondering why this is not getting talked about on mainstream media at all. And like I said, I talks about and call out both sides. Even though this is the side over here that I had voted for, but this is BS. That this side that I support and voted for is what they're doing. 19 Republicans. And last I checked, thought we were supposed to be trying to get these illegals up out of here. So why would y'all want to come up with that kind of a bill called the Dignity Act? They sure know how to word things too. I give them that. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I would like to hear, your comments in the comment section. Thanks for stopping by at the Memphis Conservative channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and share this video. Hit that like button and comment down below. Peace.